Kathy, hello. You're the first here. Wow. 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 Max. Wow. Tim. Vicky. Sandra. Kathy again. Blue. Well, what can I say? I'm trying to find this post, but do you think I can find it? Do you think I can find it? Hi, Amogo. David Fox, 503. 503? Oh, 504. Yeah, anyway, I want to finish off with what I was saying. I do appreciate, by the way, all the subs and everything. I really do appreciate it. But there's something I want to get off my chest. Now, unfortunately, well, fortunately for him, but unfortunately for me, I can't find the post. I can't understand why there's so much bullshittery going on. Right? I can't understand why people are so ignorant. Why is that camera like that? Ooh. Right? I can't understand why people. Oh, actually, I should. A minute, let me clean that up a little bit. There you go. I can't understand why people are so ignorant and so self-entitled that they don't. Jug, yeah. Here's the thing. Now, if you're going to post pictures, okay, if you're going to post pictures of a child that you don't want pictures taken of or video recording, and you make such a big deal, and which you did, right? There's video evidence to state that, especially the one from when they removed the RV from Floyd. You're going on, and having people near you. Then let me ask you a question. Why is there a picture that the fleas put up themselves of the child sitting right next to some weird woman? All right. That's point one. Point two, you're riding around on an e-bike with her with no helmet, no protection whatsoever. Where did you get the e-bike from? I thought you needed food. I thought you needed things. That's point two. Point three is, all right, how much do people like myself or Mike or Tug or Megan or anyone who speaks out about this and proves facts and proves points, how many people do we have to, how many things do we have to point out about everything that's going on? What else do we need to do to prove about this, that this is a character assassination against one individual? They deliberately and purposely drove past. I mean, I hope I didn't upset Ratters, but they deliberately and purposely drove past the schoolhouse. There was no need for that. There was no need for that whatsoever. But they did that. Why do you think they did that? What, to prove a point that they're tough, mighty, and tough? No, it proves how stupid they are. Now, the two fleas did that deliberately to incite and to show where the school is. They didn't have to do that. Not at one point. They did not have to drive past that school and show where it is. So that there's indirect incitement. So that means people who are deranged or unhinged, okay, and I'm not saying people are, I'm just saying if, hypothetically speaking, someone is unhinged, you don't know what they're going to do. And the fact that they turned around and said, oh, yeah, George's car's there, George is there. So that means George is on her own, considering, good afternoon, two dogs, considering that George has gone through some medical issues. How about this? How about like we show where you live, Flea 1, and what about you, Flea 2? right? What about if we show the street that you live on? What about the location where you live in the villages? What about that? How about that? What about if we put signs up pointing towards your property? Yeah, I mean, that's just being anal. That's just being anal. That would, that's just being. It's like being. Yeah, that's like being you, really. So here's my question: what makes it different when you do it? All right. And so far, I haven't seen anyone. I haven't seen Travis. Thank you, Muzzy. I haven't seen anybody. Well, of course they have to drive Florida. Of course they have to drive past her property. Of course they have to. They've got free entrances on that property, on that street. Of course they have to drive past. And they have every right to drive past. It's a public road. They can drive up and down that road as much and as many times as they bloody well like to. Thank you. Right? They at the end of the day, it's they can do that. I see Florida Snowbird. I know what you're saying, right? And I appreciate that. But that's the perfect comment to point out to people. And thanks very much for that. Right? That's the perfect comment to say, hey, look, they can go up and down that road. They can tap dance up and down that road as much as they like. And there's nothing anyone can do about it because it's a public road. And I find it quite interesting, considering that the first entrance on the left, when you're coming towards LP's property, on the left-hand side, that was the old drug house. That's where the house was actually over their property line. And they got all that sorted. I find that quite interesting that the people who live in that house, right, are not doing exactly the same what Lynette and all that are doing. No, Chrissy, no, you can't, because I'm not using Restream. No, there's a reason why I don't use Restream when I do this, because I want to get my shit done. Yeah. All right. And the fact of the matter is like you got all the God. I tell you, people, you need to grow the fuck up. Just grow up, please. Seriously, just grow up. You're trying to make a mountain out of a molehill, or you're trying to make a molehill out of nothing. And if you just want to go around and sprout the shit and talk crap, then so be it. Then fine, all right. But don't try to make shit up that doesn't exist. Yeah, but SMN, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They can go past that property at any time they wish to. It's fucking simple as that. And the fact that people are going, oh, well, they keep on going past their property. Well, you've got a privacy fence now, so what's the problem? What's the problem? Yeah. The way I see it is now that you got a privacy fence, have a guess what? You've got no more excuses. You've got no more excuses. And the fact that you put a privacy fence up, it's only a matter of time before that place turns into a dump again. And here's another thing. And this is for you, Bruce Matskin. And I know this is going to get snipped and scripted and whatever. Hey, Bruce, shut the fuck up. Mr. Laughing Out Loud Nunya. Be quiet. Don't talk to women like that. I don't see you turning around to the fleas and telling them not to post pictures of the child. Eh? You absolute moron. You'll judge other people, but when it comes to the fleas putting out all these pictures, and the fact that they actually on their stream showed adult toys, considering that adult toys, that should be a 18 plus stream. But I bet you any money they didn't set it to 18 plus. And even now, because it's being recorded, that live stream needs to be 18 plus because it's got adult content in it. You're showing pornographic images like man sausages. Yes. So hopefully that stream is made 18 plus. Otherwise, it can be reported. Because it goes against the community guidelines. Come on, you should know about this. Yeah, you've been sprouting it off all this time, so you should know about it. But showing pictures of, showing pictures of the child with some woman, and the fact that like all this hoo-ha about, oh, my child is ill, she this and all that, and she can catch this and she can catch that. And I'm not mocking the child. I'm mocking what's being said. Because the thing is, if you're going to go around crying about, oh, my child this, oh, my child that, and considering that you also did it in court, right? And now there's evidence to substantiate that what you've been saying is a lie, Lynette Preston, or Lynette Michelle Alexi, whatever you want to call yourself, you've got a problem. And I think Bruce should have known that. I Spawn, you forgot you're joining. My joining what? Joining what? My joining what? David Fox. My joining what? I forgot what. Oh. Moaning. Good thinking, Batman. Good fucking thinking. Please hold. Your call is important to me. Ladies and gentlemen, before I continue, what the fuck? Oh, fuck. Warning. The following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. So, thank you for your attention. Right, everyone understand? Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. So, yeah. There you go. Done. Thank you. Totally forgot about that. See, if I was on Restream, it'd have been like that. Yeah, oh well. Right. Anyway, so where was I? Yeah. So, fuck, I did forget what I was going to say now. I need to ask Wilburns to make me some more different thumbnails. Some like in your face, like, Let me put a picture of me speaking to there you go. Right. Here's the thing, though, right? If you want to, this is what gets me, all right? you do GoFundMes, right, to get money. And I find it now, here's a pattern that you have to understand. Please bear with me, all right? Hey, Skipper. Right, here's one thing I forgot to mention. And Skipper, I hope you're listening, because I forgot to bring this up. The whole time since I've known about this situation, about this thing going on, there's one thing I've noticed. When any type of grifting or begging or whatever has been going on, right, then the image of Lynette, the image of John, and the image of the child has always been center point of all this. So here's what I'm about to say. Don't you find it interesting that in every single time they will use the child as a center of topic, but they will then ask for stuff that doesn't have no bearing whatsoever on the child or on Lynette? It's about vehicles, it's about buildings, it's about property, it's about this, it's about that. But in the other breath, it's all about, I've got no food, we don't have any food to eat, we don't have this, we don't have that. But she's admitted of getting nearly $1,500 a month. Okay, now here's the thing. From the crime scene pictures, okay, one thing I do know is that Lynette is a hoarder. Second thing I do know is that organization skills is fucking, yeah, don't worry about it. It doesn't exist. All right. But what I can't understand is this. If you say that you cannot feed yourself, or you cannot you cannot keep yourself hygienically or in a hygienic position, you know, well, let's just say you can't look after yourself, then why are you riding around on an e-bike? Why are you trying to look, you know, all these cushy bags and all these handbags and stuff like that? Why are you trying to hide all the mess behind those little half-assed makeshift fucking privacy curtains, whatever, bed sheets and that, right? And why is John still on that property? Because technically, if you are divorced, he does not need, or no longer legally needs, to support you, considering that he is not the stepchild of that stepfather of that child, which he admitted in his deposition. So here's the question that you should ask yourself: if it's okay for the fleas and everyone else in that group to post about the child and about the property and everything else, and it's okay for Biscuit Boy to video everything else and put everything online, but it's not okay for he co-owns the land. Well, if it would be me, I would have kicked her off the property. I would have bought her out. But they can't do that, can they? They can't buy each other out because they don't have any money. They don't even have money to have food. So here's my question. If they are pooing in a bucket, this is going to be an interesting one. Try to think back to where the RV was there, right? They had a pipe going into the septic system. They've got that little shit mill, you know, that little mound, the septic mound there, where they had a little chair on it where the little girl was standing on the other day in the video. All right. If they've got that, that means they got a sewage system. Why aren't they using it? Why aren't they prioritizing like that, a toilet? Right? And if they've got a shower, if they've got water pipes, or if they've got any sewage or water pipes or anything else, why aren't they spending money on that? I mean, considering that they put that fence up flimsily, and yeah, good luck. That's going to be interesting. Let's see how long that fence lasts. It's not going to last long, that's for sure. But the fact that they're turning around and they're saying, "Oh, you can't use the images of this, you can't use the images of that." I hope that court case against George and against Tug and against DOY guy and against Rattus and everyone else, I hope there's another couple of names added to that in the next couple of weeks. I want to see, right, the two Lees in a pod on that list. I want to see Lisa's name and Tori's name on that list, because they're using the images. They're putting up pictures. Don't you see the difference? I mean, the thing is, if you just take that into court and say, well, and considering that, like, she was already a public figure, you guys, I swear to God, you guys are on drugs. You must be on drugs. You must be on drugs. You must be smoking it or injecting it, one of the two. Because, like, you can't make this up. You really can't make this up. You can put pictures up of that child, but other people can't. And the fact that it's been pointed out so many times that people have got bored of actually pointing it out. That's how bad it's got. Right? And you say that you've got permission. Here's the thing. When you put a picture out in a public domain, right, you can't give or take permission. Right? if you put a picture out, it's a public domain. Anyone and everyone can use that picture for comment, criticism, or journalistic reasons. So I think you don't. I don't think you understand the copyright law or the fair use law. I think you need to educate yourself on that a little bit more, right? Like fucking Biscuit Boy or Jabba the Who, right? He's gone quiet. I wonder why. Oh, he's probably sitting behind that anonymous poster. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Bubbles. Am I upsetting you because I'm blowing my nose on mic? Oh, poor baby. Poor baby. Here's the thing. You can't judge one by not judging the other, right? So you've got a choice. You either judge everyone the same way, or you don't judge anyone at all. Now, I'm a type of person, right? I will judge everybody the same way, unless you give me a reason to not to change it, to judge you differently. And I may be a very outspoken individual. I may swear a lot. That's the way I am. But let me tell you something now. If I've got something to say to you, I will say it in your face. I am not scared of anything. The only thing I was scared of died over 40 years ago. So let me assure you, okay, I have accepted my fate and I am not scared of anything. I am not afraid of anything. There's nothing you can take from me. Nothing. All right. But one thing I will tell you is that I am a person with not the fuck. I will say it as it is. And here's the problem. You guys are liars. You are dishonest. You are thieves. Yes, I'm accusing you of thievery because you're thieving money off people who you've convinced. You've convinced those people that this woman needs all this stuff. She doesn't. What needs to happen is that the CPS, the police, and the court system need to get in there and sort this out once and for all. They have systematically hounded and attacked one individual because he didn't do what they wanted. And the reason the fleas and everyone else are so, they're so nice to them is because you just watch Lynette. She doesn't care because she knows everything that she wants is getting done for her. But the moment it starts ringing it down and it starts slowing down and it starts to stop, you watch how fast the two fleas end up on the same boat as everyone else. I mean, just look at the history. And here's another thing. Where's Marla Hughes? Where's Patty? Where are all these people who supported Lynette Preston? Where are they? Oh, you'll see them here and here once in a while. You'll see them there, Okay, but the thing is, what you won't see is this continuous support. You won't see that. Why? I mean, hang on a minute. Why is Marla Hughes and all these other people not down at that property the other day when they were putting a fence up? Where's all the crowd or everyone who lives in Florida or is close by who can get there? Where was everybody? Where? Hey? Oh, wait a minute. Keyboard Warrior comes to mind. Yeah. Don't you find that interesting? I mean, I was live 6 hours yesterday. Yeah. And I was on Mike's stream a minute ago. And thanks very much, by the way, Skipper. All right. But here's the thing. I wasn't going to go live, but there was something that fucking caught my eye. And was the fact that you've got, it was the fact that when Skipper put up that picture with Bruce attacking people and then the picture of that woman and her child. She's 5 years old. She won't know any different. She'll smile and laugh at anything. Bless her cotton socks. But did you notice that you've got Chubby 1 or Chubby 2? Oh, Chubby 1 didn't even get out of the car the whole time. Lazy cow. All right. And then you got Chubby 2 dressed up like she's the Black Knight. You're not warriors. Let me tell you what a warrior is. Right? Right? I'm a warrior. Mike is a warrior. AVA is a warrior. Minnesota Black Robe is a warrior. AVA Squid is a warrior. Okay, these people are warriors. Yeah, people who save other people's lives, people who are firefighters or EMTs, or cleaning ladies, janitors. They are warriors because they work hard. You guys are scum. You're scum. You try to milk this whole thing, right, the whole time. Yes, wow. I mean, I've been, people are pointing out, yeah, you've gone over 500. Do you know what? Right now, I don't really give a shit. What I give a shit is about the facts. And the fact is that you sit there and go, we put the pictures up because we got permission. Well, I find it quite strange that, like, it's one rule for one and a different rule for everyone else. Don't you find that strange? Don't you find that strange? All right, it's because, like, if I took $20,000 right now and I said to Lynette, I will give you $20,000. I will be able to produce anything I wanted to. I could put pictures up. I could be on that property recording anything. I could do anything I liked in regards to recording and stuff like that. Anything. Don't you find that interesting? But you seriously think I would waste $20,000 on that fucking cretin? That's what she is. She's a cretin. Right? She's not fit to be anywhere near a child, let alone be a mother with her behavior. And I'm speaking from what I have witnessed. I'm not speaking from what I know. I'm speaking from what I've witnessed. Right? And then you got Gabe walking around there giving it all large. Do you know what? I've got more muscle on my man sausage than you've got on your whole body, sunshine. Right? Jesus Christ. I've never seen so much bravado in my entire life. Right? And here's the thing. You can make as many waves as you want. But try to not make yourself look like a dick by, criticizing people who point out the obvious, because that's what you've done. You've done the obvious. It's okay for you guys to put pictures out, but Lynette for the last 2 years has been, you even lied in court. You even stated this in court that they were taking video. Even on the video, you turned around to a law officer and told them that they were recording they're not allowed to record your child. But here you go. In the last 3 weeks, you've contradicted yourself to such a point where I think it should be legal that you should be taken to court for perjury, because you have lied. You have lied. You perjured yourself. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I don't give a shit about this self-glorification. I don't care. What I care about is the people I meet and the friends I make. That's what I care about. But look at you. You put pictures up of a child where she's 5 years old. Why aren't you redacting her face? Why aren't you protecting her image? I mean, considering that this case has been going on for 2 years and everything that's been going on, don't you think she has the right to privacy? What's it going to be like when she's like 20 years old or 15 or 18 or whatever, and she finds out her picture's been plastered all over the fucking internet, including YouTube? Doesn't that poor child have the right of privacy? That's what you've been saying. That's exactly what you've been saying. You're the one who cried wolf. You're the one who put her image out there way before anyone else fucking did. Using her image, using the sympathy. Oh, look, that poor child and that poor mother. Yeah. But if people had done research before they donated to you on GoFundMe or whatever these fucking donation sites, and actually saw the newspaper article, and then heard you go, oh, we don't have any money for food, but you want money for your fucking car and for a fridge and for an alternator and car, whatever, but you haven't got no money for food, and now suddenly you're getting everything given to you. I don't care if people want to help you. Good on them. If they want to, if they want to help you, fine. But your priorities are fucking backwards, upside down, inside out. What the hell do you need an e-bike for? The money that you spent on that e-bike could have actually, that could have got you more lumber to build inside that house, that farmhouse you've got there. You could have built an inside house. You can build rooms in there, like bedrooms and stuff, and get electrical going in there. Yeah, you could turn that into a home, but you haven't. You bought yourself an e-bike. And who's going to get blamed when you come off that? Or who's going to get blamed if, touch wood, it doesn't happen? And I hope it doesn't happen. But what happens if you have an accident with that thing? Yeah. And with all the history of those batteries blowing up and catching fire. Yeah. What about that? You see this? Oh, I know, Mercedes. I know. I just find it very entertaining to see that people will go out of their way to lie and talk shit. And listen, I'm not here to badmouth anybody. I'm here to put the facts out. And the fact that so many people are falling for this shit. I'd rather see that money. I'd rather see some of that money actually go to charity. I would rather see some of that go to a good cause, but it's not. But one thing she has done, one thing I have to applaud them on, is the fact they've now protected the public from her. That means now the public can drive past that fence and don't have to see that shit. They don't have to see that property. They don't have to see them. But here's one thing that people will have a problem with, is they'll still hear that big mouth. They will still smell that property. But at least now, right? And if they put banners up, that makes that fence higher. And I think there's a statute in Florida that, like, if they put banners up and advertising, don't you need a commercial license for that? Because it's classified as advertising. If you put a banner up, it's advertising. He's put a sign up for Tube Town. That's not advertising. Because he's not earning any, he's not got any income whatsoever on Tube Town. There's a big difference. Big difference. Oh, well, he's got signs all over his fence and everything. Yes, that's decoration. But putting banners up on a fence or over a fence is considered commercial advertising. Remember that, boys and girls. Good morning, Star. Oh, have I gone down to 500 now, have I? Huh. No? Okay. So, yeah. It actually makes me fucking wonder what level of intelligence these people have got. Look, good for them. They've got a fence up now. At least now, right? If they put a gate up and they've got a decent gate, I mean, it could be a half horse gate. I don't know if you've ever heard of a half horse gate. Basically, it's half a gate and it's got that little half circle on it, so it looks like a a saloon doors type of gate. Right, and it can either open up automatically, it can be open up in one go, or it gets pulled into electronically. Right. Yes, it will stop the animals from getting out. It'll stop the dogs from getting out. So that means they can't no longer complain. Also, it'll stop the child. That means they need to take the signs off the road. People can drive at their own speed now. It doesn't matter what they drive at, because they can't. Children shouldn't be playing on a public road. We've raised 280. That's good. Keep guys. Keep donating. Keep showing your love towards TC. No, this is not TC Biscuit Boy. This is the other TC. All right. Jesus Christ, you guys need to start. I wish you guys would actually write longer sentences than just fucking 3 or 4 words in this fucking private chat. Now I can't find the link now to that. Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm so sick and tired of these fucking private chat shit. We're about to leave them. Leave all of them. So tired of all the fucking. No need for all this shit. I'm so sick and tired of it. You can't even keep up. Don't gone about anyone. Wait a minute. I have a bad what? Don't give to. Hey Tim, what's up, mate? Hey, look, if you need to take a break, buddy, you take a break, mate. Okay. Right. Sometimes we have bad days. I've had bad days. We've all had bad days, dude. And if you need to take time out, you need to go and take a breath, then you crack on, mate. Right. But you don't have to apologize or anything. But if you need to take time out, then take some time out, dude. All right. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I've been there, done it. I know, I get it. Am I crackling up again? Oh, well. Yeah, Tim, don't let shit get to you, man. Don't let shit get to you. I mean, I've had bad days, and I've growled at people, and the thing is, people don't know when to stop. They don't know when, and sometimes it's just good to take. Tim, just if you need to take a break, go for a walk, brother. Just be yourself, man. You just take care of yourself, right? Sunset Tea. Why have I recognized your name from somewhere? Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The problem is, if you think that she's got no, that's showing that no, that's no. I would no, no. I'm not going to give him that satisfaction. No, I'm not going to give him that satisfaction. That's for sure. I can assure you that. No. Can you imagine all the toothpaste and the mouthwash I'd have to use? God damn it! Come on. No, look. And then, as far as I'm concerned, right, if Jeremy does sell that property, right, here's the worst thing. Here's one thing that you need to think about. If Jeremy decides to sell that property, right, that property is large enough for a large developer to come on there. What do you think is going to happen if they end up building apartments there or anything? You know, and so in what I mean, they're going to have a heavier traffic part going down up and down that road, right? Because don't forget, people live off that road, so you're going to have more traffic going up and down it, right? And if they're really unlucky, they could have an industrial complex built next to them, right? And this is where she's bit off the wrong piece of apple, because where her property is a well-known road for rug users, right? So, and it's off the main road. It's not that far off the main road. And considering that, obviously, you know, the Fleas and Biscuit Boy have shown everybody around the world where everything is, right? Can you just imagine if they decide to build a shopping mall and a private houses there, and there's cars going up and down and 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 up and down, day and night, noisy, honking, wheels screeching, people shouting, yeah. And then she tries it on, like she tried it on with everyone else. And then she's known as the Wicked Witch of Otter Creek. Oh, trust me, someone will buy it. Someone will buy that property. And here's the thing, what you have to worry about. What happens if someone buys that property who know about what's going on? What if someone buys that property and builds a racetrack there? Oh, that's a fucking good idea. That is a good idea. That's a bloody good idea. Let's build a racetrack, shall we? Yeah, let's build a racetrack. Can you imagine building a racetrack there? Can you imagine that? It keeps on sending me, no, you can't join. So I'm not on there. You know, I really don't give a shit about this, you know, because at the end of the day, I proved exactly what I needed to prove. And now obviously fucking Bubbles comes out when he needs to come out to, you know, let people know that he's still around and still facetious little prick. You know, and you are, Bruce, if you're hearing me, and if you got a problem with that, get on the plane. I'll pick you up from Heathrow. I'll take you to a hotel close by. A chat and, you know, discuss philosophy of life, and we can discuss anything you like. I'm very accommodating, I must admit. Yeah, and you know, I'll even buy a couple of tickets so you can go and have a look at London Bridge and the Tower. You know, and you can go and have some great times in London. You know. And then, you know, I'll give you, like, you know, certain addresses for hospices where you can stay for overnight. Did I say hospices or hotels? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Skipper's still here? Is he still here? Yeah. Is he still listening? You know, I mean, I'm not gonna stay on long, but the thing is, the fact of the matter is that at the end of the day, it's night time, and you need light. And I can tell you right now, they're basically what they're doing. They're basically, thank you very much, Mary. They're basically what they're doing. They're basically digging themselves up a deeper hole. Because the thing is, from what I've heard, right, if you receive donations and stuff like that, it needs to be physical things like, yeah, the fence that can be donated. Yep, that can be donated. You know, clothing, food sources, new fridge. You know, objects that are used, right? You know, for example, like another caravan or something, like to accommodate Lionette and a child. But here's the thing. An e-bike is not a donation. Huh. And there's also other stuff. So because obviously the fleas and everyone else have made it public knowledge about all the money that she's received and everything else. Right? I wonder what the social services or social security or whatever they're called. I wonder what they'll have to say. Belinda, you take care, sweetheart. You have a good day. Right? I mean, wait, what? Hi, Ali. Yeah, much love back. Why do I keep on seeing these fucking dildos? That's another thing. How you know what? While you make this, I'm gonna go make myself a coffee because to be honest with you, oh my god, if brains were made of dynamite, people would be too dangerous to throw their fucking nose. And here's another thing. Right? Here's another thing that I want to point out while I'm making a coffee. Okay? Where's the evidence? Where's the transparency? Let's see how much you spent on this fence, including the screws, which I think screws would cost about $40 or $50. I mean, I think that was a 100 or 200 screw box, and the panels and everything else, right? I mean, you got slave, I mean, free labor. So where's the evidence of how much you've spent out and where the money's gone to? Okay, let's see transparency. Let's see the bills. Let's see how much you got and let's see how much went out. Let's see some transparency, right? None of this homemade, Google made or Word document made list of anything and about trying to go into Lowe's and trying to cash all the, right? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I mean, how much did those clothes cost you? How much did those sunglasses cost? Because those sunglasses you were wearing the other day seemed quite new. One second, my coffee's ready. I mean, why is it that every time we put something out there, right, and we prove categorically that you're full of shit, why is it that you don't you don't debunk us? Why don't you try to debunk me? Why don't you try to prove me wrong? Right? I've been dying for you to prove me wrong, but so far you haven't. All you've done is prove me right, and not just me. You've proven Tug, Megan, you've proven Skipper right. You've proven me right. So why don't you prove us wrong? But you can't, Because every time you try to prove us wrong, you just dig that hole deeper. And then suddenly you got dildos, midget dildos on your screen. And that's another thing. Did you set your live stream to 18 plus? I hope you did. Because if you haven't, oh dear. No, definitely less than that. And that, oh, Gail, good point. Well presented. Carry on. Here's another thing. Hembry or Doug, whatever his freaking name, the one who stole someone else's dog's image so you can look good. Here's the thing. And oh, by the way, I can prove that as well. Here's the thing. He donated $7,000, $7,000. Yeah, never denied it. So in total, he spent about $10,000 plus the cameras and everything. So if they got $7,000 and all this apparent gift cards was around $2,500, and that was only a few of them, plus all the donations and everything else they've received. Okay. Now, if someone wants to say they got 30, 40 grand, whatever, doesn't matter. The fact that they've got more than 15 grand altogether, yeah, tells me that either Lynette needs to talk to the fleas about what are the fleas are putting in their pocket, right? Or is Bubbles getting some of that money so he can pay for the subpoenas or for the processes so they can try and find Waldo, aka Ratters, or who's getting the money? Because I tell you one thing, Scott Stark is not going to do anything for free. He's made that obvious. And considering that Silverman is still owed 16 grand, and these are the words from Bubbles, yeah, makes you think, doesn't it? Doesn't it make you think? Doesn't it make you think, well, hang on a minute, where's all this money going? So let's see some transparency. Hey, attorney Maskin, counsel, why are you not getting your clients, your PR team, or your client's PR team to show transparency? Would you do that as a professional PR team or as a professional solicitor, a lawyer, or you just like you know, you just playing a lawyer? Because you're not. You're actually crap at it as a lawyer. Yeah. So yeah. So, and oh, by the way, where's all the toys for the little girl? I thought you guys were going to get some toys down there. Hey. I bet you any money doesn't want anything to do with her. But at the end of the day, outstanding funds. I mean, the thing is, here's what I would do. I would keep an eye on the hire purchase, the HP on that fucking Gladiator. And the day it becomes their property and they paid it off will be the day it's like, all right, send in the bailiffs. Send in the clowns. Yeah, exactly. But here's another thing. If you step out of the box and you walk away for a couple of days and then come back and then look at everything that's been said, and you go back to history and you start from scratch and you work all your way back. Yes, it's a lot of information, a lot of comments to make, a lot of posts to look at. Right? But one thing you'll notice is a consistency in their bullshittery and a consistency of people like me, like Veteran Nation, like Squid, and now Squid, right? And everyone else pointing out the bullshit. And it seems to be consistent. It seems to be exactly the same every time. And that's why I'm just getting sick and tired of fucking talking about it. I'm getting bored discussing it. And I'm surprised that other people have not got bored discussing it because, you know, and we don't need to be reminded of what's happened in the past. right? The present and future are the important things. We know what's happened in the past. We're fucking going over won't solve what's happened in the past. What needs to be dealt and concentrated on is what's happening in the future. Because here's the thing. They will sit there and they will lie through their teeth. I mean, you just look. Yeah, she didn't even get out of that car. Well, she opened the door, but she didn't even get out of that car, that fat cow. And that just tells me, right, the next excuse she's going to say, oh, I got a disability, I got a bad back, oh, my legs fell off and I had to stick it back on with super glue. You know, any excuse is a good excuse for them. But here's the thing. Why is it one rule for one person, but a different rule for everyone else? Why is that child close to people when all you've done for the last 2 years is cried wolf? That's the question people need to ask. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing more, nothing less. That's the only question you need to ask. Why is it over the last 2.5 God knows years, or from the get-go, have you been screaming blue murder when people could take a picture, or have your daughter on video or on a picture and close to people because he's got this deadly disease? Why is it that you have this one rule for one person, different rule for everyone else? What makes you do that type of judgment? What? Tell me. Because it's just basically like saying Skipper can't have the cat on his lap while the dog is in the room. Or he can't have the dog on his lap while the cat is in the room. That there, ladies and gentlemen, is how pathetic this is. And if anyone can't see that, if people cannot see that, then you should not involve yourself in this topic. You should not get anywhere close to this topic, because if you can't see the facts that are in front of you, then you should not be involved in this, because you will not make the correct or the right judgment when it comes to making a judgment. Well, if she's put your information on there, report it. You are entitled to, if she's put personal information out, then you are entitled by law to report it. And that's the will then only. So that's all I'm saying on that note. And on the second point, with all the financial or the monetary income that they've received over the last 2 months, all right, we need to see transparency. We need to see proof. Because at the end of the day, it's not just to prove that they are liars or not, but it's also to show everyone who's sent in gift cards and stuff like that, because here's the thing. If it was a tip or a gift, all right, is one thing. But if it's a donation, a donation you can't use for personal gain. You can't use for your personal pleasure. A donation is for the reasons they've donated. Like they need a new fence and stuff like that. So you need to be transparent. You need to be. I've been saying this for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. We've all been saying it. I can tell you one thing. I know for a fact there's a lot of questions being asked, and not just by people like me. Or, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even really give a shit, to be honest. It's all about greed. It's all about me. And at the end of the day, if you're going to character assassinate someone, you need to do a better job than you have done, because the amount of evidence that's stacked up against you is phenomenal. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And now you have proven us right. You've basically proven everyone who's judged you on your behavior and your conduct in regards to not record it. Oh, people need to stay away. You have now categorically proven that you've lied. And lying is also deception. You have put up GoFundMes, which with statements, may I add, with statements that people have taken screenshots of, where you have stated that you have no food to feed the child, or you're struggling to feed the child. So what are you spending all that money on? Why is it that in the caravan, why is it that they're on one side of the bed on that caravan, which is facing towards the exit? Why is it that on the left hand side you got a child's area with toys and everything else, and then you've got what you call it, pillows and all that stuff? Why is it? Why is it that that caravan looks like a bomb's hit it? Why does it look so gaudy, dirty, and with all that crap laying around? That hygienic, with all that, with the state of that caravan? And you turn around and you say to people that their people can't come near her because she's got a deadly ill, germs could kill her and all that stuff. But look at the condition of that caravan, let alone the property. And you want to sit there on your glorified glass crystal horses? Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Don't you find that very interesting? Don't you find it so interesting that it makes you think? I mean, considering that, like, when they went to get the RV from Floyd, that there's actually proof of fleas and lice on that property. So if they were in one spot, they were definitely in another spot. So let me ask you a question. When you found out that there were fleas and lice, you think just spraying that stuff around would deal with that? Don't you think that you'd have to take every single bit of clothing, everything in that caravan, you'd literally have to strip it? So I bet you any money, if someone goes in there and does a check, you'll still find fleas, you'll still find lice, and maybe other stuff. And here's another thing. Have you ever heard of the skin disease called scabies? Anyone ever heard of the scabies? Anyone ever heard of the skin disease scabies? Yes or no? Has anyone ever heard of it? Let me tell you something about scabies. Sorry, this is going to make some people itch. Symptoms: intense itching, especially at night. People like rash and short, wavy silver-colored lines on the skin called burrow marks. Scratching the rash can also cause sores. Transmission: scabies is spread through direct, prolonged skin-to-skin contact with an infected person. It can also be spread by sharing bedding, clothes, or towels with someone who has scabies. Right? Scabies is a contagious skin condition caused by microscopic mites that burrow into the skin and cause severe itching and rash. Has anyone ever, and I'm saying this, ever thought of that? Has anyone noticed certain people scratching themselves? And the thing is, scabies, yeah, and that's not just that's not just scabies. There's many other different types of skin diseases that you can cause by dirt. Yeah, lotions support scabies. Yeah. And the thing is, you have to rub your skin down before you actually put the lotion on, so it has an effect. And it takes weeks to get rid of it. And the fact that you have to richly blitz every single piece of the building, everything that you've been in contact with needs to be cleaned, properly cleaned. Right? And so, and like on some parts, right, you have to richly burn or get rid of the clothing, and you have to put it into a hazard material bag. And then burn it, because you can't use it anymore. And the reason I know that is because there was an outbreak once in my camp and we had to literally hose the fucking block down. Everyone who went into that block had to go into the transit accommodation, and they got rinsed. They literally got scrubbed down, and it took weeks. It took weeks for these guys to get rid of it, because the thing is, because it's under the skin. Right, who's itching right now? Press 1. Who's itching and scratching right now? Press 1. I'm fucking scratching everywhere now. Shit. Is everyone scratching? Is everyone feeling the scratch? You're scratching now. Okay, right. It's a psychological. This is a. Excuse me. This is a psychological thing, right? So what I want you to do, all right? What I want you to do now. I want you to imagine you are in a milky, warm, milky bath, all right? And what it's doing is it's removing all the itchiness. Just close your eyes for a moment and just imagine you're in a milky bath, in a bathtub with lots of nice warm milk, and all the itch goes away. And just keep on doing that until the itch goes away. It's a psychological reaction. That's all it is. Ringworm, yeah, that's another nasty one. Yeah. I think you can get that off pets, can't you? Yes, tinea. It's a contagious fungal shaped rash around the skin. Yeah. 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 Yeah, but that's a serious condition. That's ringworm is a very serious condition. Hi, Palmers. How you doing? Audio coffee. Please do no mention of baths. I can't get out of a bath without looking like a stranded animal. Oh, shit. That's funny. No, I mean, but here's the, and that's the thing, right? So now that I've got everyone on that page, okay, now that everyone's on that page, right, you're now with me. So here we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. You're telling me, right, that your child or this child has a life-threatening illness, but you live in those conditions. And Child Protection Services or whoever don't do anything about it. Police evidence. Now, wouldn't if you were Child Protection Services or the police, wouldn't you think, well, hang on a minute, the condition of this property is in shit state. I know that people, you know, there's people out there who hoard and shit like that, right? But she's already admitted that they sleep in the shed. The shed has no insulation, which has been proven. Right, Tugs pointed that out. Right, there's no insulation. It is surrounded by flammable materials and also materials that can hibernate insects and animals and God knows what else. And you're telling me that you've got a child with life-threatening illnesses. Oh, my mother died. My mother didn't die. My mother died. My mother didn't die. I've got two mothers. You know what I mean? So where do you draw the line, ladies and gentlemen? Where? And the fact that you've got these people, you know, you've got one fat fucker who thinks he's Superman. He's not. He's super stupid. That's what he is, right? Trying the sympathy thing. Then you got these two wannabe driving. Oh, look at us! We're heroes. We're warriors. You're nowhere close to a warrior. You're a ladybird. That's what you are. And I'm being clean on that one. You're being a ladybird, right? All you've done okay, is put up a fence. Well, you Americans will call it a privacy fence. We here in the real world, we will call that a fence. It's a fence. That's it. Why do you call me fat, huh, Spawn? Chris Stockholm. Do I know you? Are you? Is that you? Is that you, Jabba the Hoot? Is that you, Jabba the Hoot? Or wait a minute, is that right? You need to tell me the truth now. Are you Biscuit Boy or are you Super Cooper? Are you the dumber or dumbest? What one are you? Chris? Come on, Chris. Oh God, don't make me that. You what you got? 503, 502, 501. I know, I'm only joking. I don't call anyone fat. I just call them largely built. Oh, but when it comes to those idiots, yeah, I'm going to call it as it is. Are you playing those tricks now? Are you? Come on, Chris. Let's play a game. Who would you like to be today? Let me start. Today, I am Satan. Oh yeah. Actually, I can't talk about Satan. I've got an injunction. He's got an injunction on me, so I can't talk about him. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I've got a TRO. I've got a restraining order from Satan. I can't go within 6,000 miles of him. So don't know. I even bought a condo down there, knowing that I was going to live down there peacefully, but no. Good evening, sponsor. For good evening to you, Malin. Good morning, good album. 500. What do you mean 508 subs? What are you on about? What you better fucking not have. You have, you fuckers. Can't win. Oh, I don't mind about. Here's the thing, right? People who hate people like me, right? People who, hello, cat. Hi, sweetie baby. Hi, baby. Hi. What do you want? What do you want? Go on, off you go. Good go. Right. Here's the thing. When people want to hate on you, right, and they want to get their word out, and I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. You know, it's because they're scared of missing something. So what they'll do, they'll jump in here with a different account. And like Tamara and Bruce, they made a big mistake by being stupid when they did that. Because if they'd used a bit of common sense and strategy, they wouldn't have got caught. But they got caught very quickly. Now, when people come and they hate on me or they hate on Skip or anyone else, yeah, of course I've noticed that now. All right, then let them come in here, because here's the thing, all right. If I want their opinion about me or anything I say, I will give it to them. If I want to interact with them, I will do, because no matter what they say, they were going to lose the conversation anyway. They will lose that argument. As simple as. Because the thing is, unless you can bring me 100% proof, 100% evidence, 100% factual proof that what you say is true, then so be it. Then I will allow you a platform. But until then, no one so far has came to me from the Fleas or from Jabba the Who or from any other of these individuals who seem to be jumping on this bandwagon. Not one of them. And that includes Keelnose and his wife. That includes them, have not brought me any substantial evidence to state that what they're saying is true. As simple. I know, Chris. I know you, mate. I know you. That's right. Don't worry about it. All right. And until you do bring me any substantial evidence, facts, proof, and it's been checked on, and then it's been checked, and I've checked on it, and I've done my own research on it. right? You're going to get ignored, because at the end of the day, there's so much bullshittery going on, and that happens on both sides. Yeah. Thank you, Marlon. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Right. As far as I am concerned, that's what I do, and everyone, you all know that. Every one of you know where I stand on this subject. And as far as I'm concerned, they can all go and fuck themselves, because they've shown their true colors. They've shown their intent. They have shown how they deal with this, and they cannot take any constructive criticism. They accuse everyone of lying or fabricating stuff, and the fact that there's ritual proof in their own videos and in their own pictures and in their own sentences. I mean, how many things do you have to point out where they're making these mistakes? All they have to do is then go click rewatch the video and watch themselves say or do what they did. They still won't accept it. So why should people like myself or Squid or anyone waste their time on this shit? Why? I'm just going to sit there, and every time I say anything about them, it's going to be factual, simple. And here tonight, here you go, factual proof. They are basically, you got Bubbles going after people because they make a statement and calling them names. Well done. But I would love to see him go toe to toe with some guy and say that. He probably might end up having that nose rearranged. But hey, you know, that's fate, isn't it? Really. But I don't see him talking to men like that, but he'll talk to women like that. The second point is putting pictures up with the little child near people contradicts and puts everything that Lynette Preston has said and John Cook said and everyone else has said. It puts it to bed. They've lied. They are dishonest. They are using that child to make money. Because not once have I heard any of them discuss what they need and the problems they've got without involving that child. Not once. Sunset, you wouldn't be able to pay me enough to wear that fucking thing. Not with those bunny ears. And anyway, I don't like the black ears. I like the white ones, or the mix with the white, black and white ones. So, yeah. So until those idiots can actually substantiate everything that's been said, and they can prove everything that's gone on, and they can prove everyone wrong by actual fact showing evidence. I mean, we've already seen emails and stuff. I mean, you want to show me a document, a Word document with, like, you know, with all these numbers on it, with dates and how much they are. I could write that up. I could write that up in about 10 minutes. That's easy. Listen, you remember when Bubbles mentioned invasion, the word invasion? He was the only person who used that word invasion, and then suddenly it turns up on a docket, and it turns up on a document, a Word document that, funny enough, the two fleas then suddenly had, and they were showing it on their stream. Now, here's the thing: I didn't know they had legal licenses to practice law, or do they, or don't they? They're not paralegals because they're not in training to be lawyers. Basically, what's happened is that Bubbles has found someone in common, someone who hates Jeremy, someone who's got a fixation on Jeremy, just like Lynette. And the thing is, I don't think Flea One is actually the fucking mouthpiece. I think it's Tory. I think someone else in the background, right, is telling them what to say. I don't think they've got any powers whatsoever, because they seem to be very nervous every time they fucking say something and they fuck up. They go, yeah. And the fact that these people have made mistakes in their live streams The fleas in here? Really? Let's see what they got to say then. They come in. Come on, speak up. Speak up, or forever hold your pieces. And by the way, you know those little dildos you made? Yeah. If you think that's big, if you think that's large, hang on a minute. There you go. What do you think of that? Oh, here comes another bit of it. Oh, yeah, there's the other part of it. Oh, here comes the rest of it. There you go. That's big. Christ, now it's going to take both hands for me to put that. Hang on a minute. Let me just put this away. 1 second. Call me big boy. Yeah. Autobots, roll out. I don't want it. Fuck off. Go. No. All right, so here's the thing though, right? Irregardless of, like, a recording can be edited. Okay, I can record, hypothetically speaking, I can record. Ooh, who can I record? Let me say, let me say I can record Squid. Okay, I will interview Squid. Actual fact, there is someone else I wanted to interview at some point. There is someone who I am going to interview at some point. I've got a special guest that will be appearing, and that she'll be coming on to Restream. And basically, of course, they edit the recording. Look at the first editation they did with Lynette Preston, and the fact and everything else. Everything they've done so far has been edited. And why is it edited? Because the thing is, they only want you to hear shit that can cause any different. The thing is, you don't hear her swearing, you don't hear her being herself. So if you're going to interview someone, you interview them. Simple. Right? That's as simple as it is. All right. If you're going to, excuse me, if you're going to interview someone, this is a little message to the fleas. I mean, come on, you worked in the music industry, so you should know better. If you're going to interview someone, or you're going to put something on record, then you need to do it unedited. After you've done it, when it's unedited and you put it up, okay, and it's been played, then after that you can then edit it to make it shorter, or to make bulletin points, or to make a couple of points. So that means you can then play it, stop, make a comment, play it, stop, make a comment, play it, stop. Okay, you don't edit it, or you don't cut it, or you don't record it with editation right from the get-go. You play it, right? And if you're that scared, if you are that scared that she may say something that will blow your bullshit out of the water, then here's a word of advice: don't interview her in the first place. Don't interview her in the first place, because I can tell you right now that she will say stuff that will contradict of what you said. She will come up with stuff that will totally take your interview off the tracks. That one thing I can tell you right now. Hi, Stacey. All right. So if you're gonna interview anybody, okay, and I mean anybody. Hi, Linda. Right. What you should do, all right, is interview the Hudson sisters, or interview the neighbors. And I call for Rattus. I think Rattus should go and interview him. I think he should go and interview him, record it, pardon me, and go live. Obviously asking if it's okay, because I think that like not everyone is involved in this now. Everyone, I mean, obviously they can't go and talk to them. They can't talk to the people who are who are being taken to court, right? But they can interview the neighbors, because it's only fair to hear what the neighbors have got to say, or is it not? Yeah. And I don't care if I've got, do you know what? I don't care if they're sitting in my stream or watching my stream. Maybe they'll learn something. Maybe if they listen to actually what I'm saying and not how I'm saying it, maybe these fucking idiots will actually learn something. That, first of all, if you record someone, don't edit it. That's your mistake, because people can then question that recording. And then you need to prove to keep yourself, like, you keep yourself, how can I put it, from being being a questionable reporter or interviewer. Because at the end of the day, no, wait a minute, no one will check or stop anything they do on LP's property. Oh, right, okay then. So if they commit acts of crime, they think, oh, okay, yeah. Obviously, they've never heard of drones, have they? Yeah. Just saying. Just saying. I mean, the thing at the end of the day, what they need to think about is the angle of entrance and exit. Yeah, that's one thing. Because they haven't left them a lot of room for a vehicle to be there. Yeah, with the arse sticking out on the road. But then again, I mean, that's that's another thing. So basically, how can I put this then? So what you're telling me is that Lynette Preston and John Cook have no longer a free voice. So basically, you're telling me that the flea bags are now their voice. Is that what you're saying? And they've made that statement to that effect. Take care, Chris. Have a good one. All right. So you're telling me that. So you're telling me that. How can I put it? So I'm just checking something. Hey, Chris, next time you come back, stop playing with me. So I knew who Chris was, by the way, let everyone. He's good people. I'm just playing around. Oh shit. No, but I don't know why am I on my guard tonight? Why am I on guard tonight? I don't know. But the thing is, it's like look at Chris, for example. Chris is the perfect example, right? I totally, for some reason, I forgot exactly who it was, but I remember. But if you look at Chris, right, and you look at Night Owl and Jen Hunt and Jen Thunder, yeah, and Stacey, right, normal day in day out people. Now, if I interviewed, or Roy Lozinger, for example, if I interviewed them and I spoke to them and I asked them probing questions or because there's a difference between leading questions and probing questions. If I asked them questions, and then I found that there was something in those questions and their responses that was not really, it was not news sort of good for the reputation, good for the views and that. Right. Now, here's my question. Do you think I would cut it out or would I leave it in? What do you think? Would I leave it in or would I cut it out? No. So what do you think? Would I leave it in or cut it out? Yeah, Chris. Hey, love you, mate. Big hugs. Exactly. I would leave it in. I would not edit anything. And the reason I wouldn't want to, the reason I wouldn't edit anything is because at the end of the day, the only way you can tell a story, the only way you can put the message across is to actually let people hear everything, regardless if they swear or if they make slanderous remarks or anything. At the end of the day, right, the voices and the interview that you're going to hear is from their perspective only, not ours. So anything that is said is allegedly, it's speculative, and it is hearsay. So bang, done. That would then go out, right? Because at the end of the day, you can't stop someone from being or saying what they want to say, right? What you can do is be that messenger. You can be that platform where you can put that message out for them. And if and if Lynette would have played her cards right, and she would have listened, she, instead of putting inflammatory and messages out there that were defamatory, libel, lies, dishonesty, right? Had she been honest from the get-go, people would have probably understood what the situation is. But from the get-go, she was not honest. She was not showing any evidence or honesty whatsoever. And then what's going to happen? People are going to jump on this bandwagon, and look where it's got them now. Look where it's got them now. Yes, people are dumb enough to give them money. Fine, that's their choice. None of us have the right to judge those people. If those people want to give them money, that's their choice. That is their choice. We don't have a right to judge them. But what we can do is tell them they're complete fucking idiots, because all they are doing is enabling that behavior. That's all you're doing. And the fact that the Stormtrooper, they have said there are signs up about the town clerk, Belinda, don't know what they say. I don't care. I don't care. That's not part of this. That's not part of this problem. The problem is Lynette Preston, John Cook, right, and the flea bags and Bubbles, right? That circle, that's the problem. What happens in that town is none of our business. It's got nothing to do with us. Who cares about what signs, whatever? They're going to attack these people. They're going to attack the council, the town hall. And the reason they're attacking that town hall is because, all right, Squid, you take care, sweetheart. Okay. The reason they're attacking those people is because it's working. They want to revert back to the way it was. But ever since Madam Mayor became mayor and it moved on to Zim being the mayor, right? Everything has got better there. They've got a lawyer who's actually in the council town hall. They've got someone who's actually helping them do the paperwork, Belinda. They've got members on that council now who actually know and care about that town, and they want to be there. So whatever happens there is fucking none of my business, and I don't give a shit. Oh, Lisa knows about everything. I mean, Flea One knows about everything, doesn't she? She knows everything. She knows fuck all. She knows absolutely fuck all. And you know what? It's all. I am so glad that she's putting herself out there the way she's putting herself out there, because one thing she doesn't realize: the more she does, the more she becomes liable. Because at the end of the day, she makes one mistake. Pay attention to my words right now. She makes one mistake. Just one. Just one. And it's all going to come falling down. Remember that. Remember that. I don't care. And trust me, Belinda can look after herself. I assure you that. Now, if it wasn't incorporated, if the Otter Creek came under Levy County, which it doesn't, it comes under its own town hall. It's got its own mayor, right? Technically, Mayor Sims could actually put an ordinance out next week that fences have to be can only be up to 3 foot. What are they going to do then? Take him to court as well? And the fact, oh, wait a minute, and we forget, sorry, and the fact that Lynette Preston harassed Mayor Dan in Ohio, oof. Do you know, all this can be mentioned, all this can come up in that federal court, you know that? Because because the jury and the judge, they're going to need a pattern of history. And all this is a pattern of history. And the fact that now the fleas are getting involved, that means they're now involved in this court case. And who's going to represent them? Bubbles? Stark? Because here's another thing they haven't remembered. When all this is all done and finished with, okay, they still need to go to Ohio. Wait, who's saying that Travis is a rug user? Wait, who, what? Who said that? Wait, what? Travis is ADHD or is a borderline OCD ADHD. That guy bounces off the fucking walls. He's got so much energy that you could fucking power a city off him running around. Right? He's not on rugs. What the hell are you on? Why is it that you will accuse people? I mean, I could turn around and call Flea 1 and Flea 2 bipolar. Oh, fuck them. Let them troll. Let them troll. Thanks very much for the views, by the way. Trolls, thank you. Appreciate that. Much love. Because that's all you do. Let me tell you something now, trolls. All right. When you come in here, I don't even have to give you any attention whatsoever. Do you know why? Because you got people like Vicky, you got people like Jen, Ozzy, Linda. You got all these people in here. They will fucking destroy you. They will destroy you. I have got there are so I mean, and you're lucky that Tim's not here. Then you got Lisa as well, and Roy. Yeah, Roy will just Good luck with him. Good luck. Have fun. And Coop. You know, you got all these people in here. They will richly rip you. They will destroy you. Can you imagine everyone is a mod in here? Can you imagine that? Of course they are, Night Owl. Of course they are. And look, I get it. The more, because every time we go live, they've got content. But what they don't realize is that I don't care. What I care about are the facts, and the facts I've already told you, right? And the facts that they're putting pictures up, they are putting pictures up themselves, but they go and contradict themselves by attacking people who do the same thing. So, like I said, going back to this rule for one person, rule for someone, one rule for one person, different rule for everyone else. Seagull, of course, he's going to, sweetheart. He's going to talk about people because the thing is, that's how he gets his views. He will. I mean, but the thing is, he won't admit that, you know, that he's got his own insecurities. Yes, that's yes, yeah. I remember that day when Stu came in. What an idiot! Oh my god, guys! If you were not here on the day when Stu Moran came in here and he actually got obliterated by everyone, and Eric, one of the moderators, he was. This is why I always say don't play with your food, because like that was funny that day when he came in here. He was just like, oh man, that guy. And then we had another troll in here. And then I just mentioned two names and it instantly left. I didn't even have to do anything. It just left. So I hit the nail on the head. That was funny as fuck. But yeah, the complaints department got him. Yeah, that's right, Eric. The complaints department got him. Oh God, that was funny. That was funny. And the other day when yeah. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to come. I didn't want to go live this long. Actually, it's 40 minutes too long now. But one thing I want to say, I want to thank everybody, and I mean this with the greatest heart. I want to thank everybody for all your support and your continuing support. For getting me over 500. Jesus Christ. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I really appreciate that you have taken the time to do that as well. And please remember that it's not always going to be about this. It's not, I'm not like, this is not me. Okay, I can't do this all the time because it's not me. This is not the way I am. I'm not that type of character. I don't really give a fuck about these people. What I give a fuck about is you guys. And I appreciate every single one of you. And I appreciate your support. And yes, some of your criticism as well. All right. And I've met some nice people. Some people are doing my head in, but kids, what kids are going to, but and here's something else to the haters and to the trolls. I'm not gonna treat you any differently. You're not gonna get treated any differently. May you be male or female, right? You're gonna get the same treatment. May you be female or male. I don't care if I got a man sausage or you got a fucking bicycle crack. I don't care. You are gonna get the same treatment. So make sure you understand that when you communicate with me, you're going to get treated exactly the same. All right. I am an equal opportunist ass kicker. All right. I don't treat anyone differently. I'm an equal opportunist. All right. So make sure that you understand that. me, soldier, big me, Gail. All right. Just for today, Gail special. There you go. Willie won't fuck off. Oh no. I am outspoken, but sometimes I can be a little bit more. I can be a little bit outspoken, and sometimes, I can say things that I don't regret, and then there's some things I say that I'm like going afterwards. Ooh, fuck it, who cares? And one thing I'm going to continue to do, I'm going to be watching this. And like I said, I think I've done my talking. I will discuss certain aspects when they make mistakes like they have now about the pictures, photos, and the videos and everything, and all the bullshittery they're coming out with. I will make a comment. However, I'm not going to jump on like Skipper. He was busy today, so obviously, it's only fair to jump on and just give him a little bit of support. So remember, go and show your love and respect to Veteran Nation. Also, if I can find a link, if the Wilburns are still here, if you can put the link out for TC, which I think. Oh God, it's like trying to find a needle in there. It's like, do me a favor, go and show him some love. Let me see if I can find a link. Why can't I find the bloody link when I look for it? Where's the link? Where's the link? Did you put the link? No, that's not the link. Is that the link? Yeah, that's the link. Found it. Right, do me a favor, go and help this guy. His beloved wife had a heart attack on Wednesday, and he needs a little bit of support, a little bit of help, and your prayers and your thoughts and support and everything else. So please, go and do that. Go and help him with help him out with a donation or with a prayer or both. But go and support him. He's going to need every bit of support in the next few weeks, all right, for the medical bills and everything else. So please. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for everything you've done for me, and I really do. I am humbled to say I'm very humbled that I can say that. I've met so many fantastic people, And I appreciate everybody's support and that. But what I would love you to do is also go and show a little bit of support towards, Minnesota Black Robe Regiment and his wife in this critical time they have in their life, and hopefully she'll make a recovery, and she'll make a good recovery. And let's just pray that she does make a very good recovery. And that also goes to George as well, who's dealing with a medical issue as well at the moment. So remember, keep them in your prayers, keep your thoughts going. And if you want to go and support them, please do. Here's the link for the, is it the GoFundMe? No, what's it called again? Give, Send, Go. Yeah, do it for them. Go and do it for them. But anyway, guys, I have to love you and leave you. Thank you very much. And I appreciate that you take this opportunity to spend some time with me. And thank you very much to everyone who's congratulated me. And let's just hope I can build this up. I am going to start looking into doing start at Restream. I probably might look into what I have to do now to get. I don't know. I need to talk to someone who actually knows what they're doing on YouTube, and then go from there. And then basically, go from there, really. A big shout out to the Wilburns, big shout out to Veteran Nation, to Mr. Coop, Lucy Lady, and to everybody who's, my pretty, and to everyone who's been involved in this, and to Squib and everything. Yeah. I need to do a couple of other things. Thanks very much. Appreciate that. But knowing people, they probably might be playing with my emotions, and like I'll come back in a half an hour and it'll be 288 or something. I don't know. Again, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you very much for your support and your trust. That's one thing I'm gonna attempt not to break is your trust. One thing I am going, but please remember that this channel, it never intended to be like this. It was intended to be more of a gaming video channel. So I am going to start doing other stuff. I'm going to come up with some ideas, and hopefully you'll like them. That involves POV, GoPro images and stuff. No, get your head out of the gutters, ladies. On second thoughts, that probably might scare the living shit out of you, but no. But anyway, guys, like I said, thank you very much for your trust, and all I can say is have a good afternoon, have a good day, good evening, and remember, a trucking simulator, you need a steering wheel and pedals for that. I've never used a controller, so that's one thing I can't do. Using a steering wheel and pedals is the best thing, and then each button needs to, So, but that's some other point. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to make like the yeet. Let me just check. Very carefully. Don't forget that Squid Pro Quo has got a scheduled what's it called again? What time is it? Squid has got a live stream coming up at 12:25, and so you go and jump in there. So make sure that you go and show her the support. So here's the link, and she'll be going live soon. So please remember to go and jump in there and show her some love and support. Yeah. Wait a minute, what's that? Oh God. Yeah. Sometimes I just want to stay away from people. Are they worth a pinch of salt? I don't know. Depends who you're talking about. So anyway, people, on that note, I'm going to love and leave you. And you know how it goes. I hope you're ready for this. I wish you a good day. And remember, God, God to squids. Yeet!